What's up, YouTube? I'm doing another video from the 2017 Kia Forte. I wasn't able to post another one where I got behind the radio because I didn't have a good enough camera, but now I do. Now I don't have nothing really to go behind the radio but this flathead, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it with this. Pretty much just grab it from this corner up here. Don't put too much pressure, maybe twist it a little bit in there. There goes one clip. Oh well, it was easy enough to pop off with all these clips. Some of them aren't too easy like that. Most of them are really hard. I mean, it was harder the first time I did it, but as you see, one of them did break. I did have a break in one of my clips, so I got it out of there already before. But just remember, these clips here are kind of fragile. When you're popping it off, as you can see down here, there's a lot of grooves and there's a little open space here. You could pop a screwdriver in there, pop one of these off, pop another one off right here. But start from this corner over here. There is a couple of screws, but if you see down here, you're only gonna need one screw, which is this one here in the top corner. This is the screw you need to unscrew. All these right here, you don't need to move those at all. Try to get it a little loose before I start pulling it out of there. Now the flathead's not the best thing to use, but that's all I got right now. But it's not really good to use because it messes up your plastic around here. But I'm not trying to. What you don't want to do is put your screwdriver in here and use this as, you don't want to use this right here at all to put pressure or apply pressure at all. It's gonna mess up your plastic for sure. These things are so easy to take out if you find the right points to take it out. If you don't, you're gonna have a hard time like I am right now. Okay, well the way I took that off right now, I was pretty much pulling it down, so that seems like the way to take it out. After you get all these off right here, all these clips, just pull down on it. That seems like it came off easier the way I did it right now. As you see, I didn't break any of the clips again. You can see these clips are still here, okay? That way you don't think I'm doing some crappy job breaking all these clips in here. And this obviously has a little button, you know, you push it, slide the thing right out of there. Now my visor's falling down, I need shade. Now as you can see, there's more screws here, but you just go ahead and unscrew them. It's nothing big. Just unscrew the mounts from the side of your radio. The screwdriver's kind of crappy, but that's all I got right now. Okay, these screws are going to be a little tricky to get to. You can see they're down here. They're down in there. They're all the way in there. You see that? That's a screw from the side of the radio right there. That's a mount. Let me get my flashlight down in there a little better. Okay, that's the screw right there from the mount. Now I'm just going to take that out. It's going to be kind of hard to catch it, but if you have one of those magnetic screwdrivers, it's way easier. It'll just pull the screw right out with your screwdriver. But if not, it'll just fall down. You'll be able to pick it up right here once you take the radio out. Just unscrew it a little bit, enough to where when you pull the radio out, the screws will fall right back into the slots. You won't have to take them out at all. You just pull the whole radio out. Didn't unscrew this one too well. There it goes. Okay, so you see the screws, they fell right back in the slot like I told you. The other one's here too. So once you do that, just pop the screws out, that way you don't lose them. Make sure you take them out of there. Now, there's an antenna back here. There's a couple antennas for everything, but just one by one, I'm just gonna pick it with the flathead, pull it out of there. It's kind of hard because I haven't touched it in so long. There it goes. Antenna. These are just your power cables. This is what I'm gonna be removing here. This was my my setup for, I believe it was my RCA converter. I'm gonna go dig it out of there right now so you can see what it is. But for now, I'm just gonna disconnect this from the radio so I can remove the radio and get it out of my way. Just remove the radio. Hope it stays up there for now. But right now I'm gonna go ahead and dig out that RCA converter. And here it is. Now these were, in my previous video, you could see these RCAs run into the back for those subwoofers. Now as you can see, I left it alone for a long time. It obviously is all messed up. I had to take all these wires off and disconnect everything because it's just all messed up now. I'm gonna be getting rid of this car, so we'll see if I'll do more videos on the Honda Civic and how I put this kind of converter in there. But the line out converters are pretty good. I mean, work for any stock radio. This one right here was a little easy to put in because it didn't have any kind of remote or ground. So it's just a straight, just pretty much a line out for the RCAs. So this is a little piece pretty much. Has your regular basic speaker cables and that's all. So, but it's a decent one. I mean, you go get them for at least maybe 15 is the most, and maybe the least around $4 or $5. But that's all I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be pulling this stuff out because, like I said, I'm just getting rid of it. More RCAs. I'm gonna go ahead and duct tape all these wires again. This is all just, oh shit, maybe put some electric tape on there. Duct tape's really not working for me. I thought it'll hold a little better than the electric tape, but it's not doing too well. I'm just gonna go ahead and electric tape it because that's what I got right now. I would normally cut it and put my just little clamps on there, and the clamps will probably work better for it, but right now I'm just working with what I got, like most people. This was my positive. I believe it was for you know what? This was my right rear speaker, and my left rear, they have such weird connections. This is a positive over here. Remote wires, power wires. This is it right here. This one as well. But these are the speaker wires, I guess. This is for left rear. This one's the right rear. But they're for the rear speakers in the back. So if you want the sound from the back side, which is more bass, because originally people buy their cars and they don't know too much about their radio, obviously, but the bass comes out normally from the back speakers. Front speakers, they have little bass blockers on them. I don't know if you ever took off a door panel and seen the speakers back there, but it's not too hard to just take a little time and figure out what you're working with here. Getting to know your radio. And I never cut these wires before. All I did was strip a little bit of rubber from around the wire, and I kind of latched the other ones onto this wire. So for any reason these wires won't ever disconnect or anything like that. As far as I know, this isn't a broken no broken wires or anything. I haven't cut them up. So that's all I'm gonna be doing today, pretty much. You can go ahead and see me put the radio back in. Where's my antenna? The radio is gonna fight back with you a little bit, but it's gonna sit in there. I like to line it up with the brackets up here. I don't normally screw all of them in, you know, one at a time. I normally apply the pressure to all angles, and I like to make sure it's in there well. go ahead and tighten this one down a little. Then I'll move up to this one. Tighten it down a little bit more. Once it starts going all the way on there, I'll come back down to this one, tighten the rest of it. It's on there now. And then I'll just do the other two corners one at a time again. It's on there good. It seems to be alright. I'll go ahead and plug this back in. Now these clips are going to go right back into the slots. So just kind of like ease into the slots and turn it. You'd want to do those top ones first, then the bottom ones. But and what the heck happened to my other piece of the radio? There it goes. Okay, so again, I already told you from the previous time I broke this when I first did it. I didn't know how to do it, so I pulled it out and it just snapped. I mean, it's plastic, but I'm gonna go ahead and kind of ease into these two as well. Oh, you know what? Missing the most important part, man. My screw. It's hot out here. Got me forgetting screws and whatnot. But you can go ahead and screw it in. Again, this is the screw for this whole cover here. No other screws need to be taken off or anything, unless you want to take off your little AC unit right here and all this. You can take that off. This screw here is to take this plastic cover off right here. Just this whole plastic side. Maybe you want to get to the top where this this light is at right there. What is it? I believe it's a, yeah, it's a time, it's a clock. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of press up and in. And there it goes, it's back on. So that was the video on how to take out the radio. Maybe you need to get back there for anything, you know, maybe you have some upgrades you wanted to do to it and it's different than what I did. But if you want to get back there, you want to get the radio off, maybe switch it for a double din, something like that, it'll look alright. But let me know how the video was. Comment, subscribe. Maybe I'll do another video on the Honda if you go ahead and subscribe. So thank you, YouTube. See you later.